everyone, it's Lyndsay O'Brien, and I would like to share with you why I became a Beachbody coach. So fitness has always been part of my life. In fact, I can remember back in high school, I would get up early, I would hit the gym, and then I would head to class. After high school, I ended up being with my high school sweetheart, and I never did go to college. I ended up having, my son really young in life, and I always heard that you definitely sacrifice when you have babies young. So the only thing I really did for myself was go to the gym. I always heard early on that even though you have kids, you have to make yourself a priority. You have to put yourself first sometimes because, taking care of yourself will make you a better mom, a better wife, better friend, and eventually your kids are going to look up to you on how to take care of themselves by emulating what their parents do. So I always just kind of kept that fitness regimen going. I love the gym. I have a lot of gym friends, and it was my outlet. I mean, I was a stay-at-home mom, and going to the gym was my only adult interaction I had. And I realized that I was a better mom, and I was a better wife, and I could tackle my day without needing those naps and chasing after babies. So I just I kept with it. And then fast forward here a little bit, I ended up going through a really rough time about 5 years ago. I was getting a divorce, and I have always been a stay-at-home mom, and I was kind of forced into going into that work world, and I ended up getting a job at John Deere, which is a great company, making more money than I ever thought I could make without any kind of college degree. And it paid the bills, but I had nothing left over for the kids' lunch money, gas money, a pizza. I couldn't even order a pizza out. It was terrible. I wasn't getting child support at the time. I was a single mom. I ended up renting a house from my parents and taking care of all that, and it was just a really ugly divorce. So I realized at the time that fitness was my outlet. I wasn't one of those moms that turned to drugs and alcohol and just leaving my kids and partying. I worked out. There were sometimes I worked out 2 to 3 times a day. Not that I would recommend that. That's an issue. But it was my outlet, and I knew I worked out and I felt great. It released, all those anxieties I had, and I really felt like I could, tackle my day. So I just continued to work out. I realized the John Deere paycheck was barely paying my bills. I was drowning every single month. I wasn't seeing any headway with my bills. So I ended up getting a second job, and I ended up being a waitress. So I would work 50 to 60 hours a week at John Deere, and 2 days of the week I would leave there and go straight to the restaurant that I waitressed at, and I would close that down till about midnight. And then every other weekend I would also work 3 days straight. So that was my extra money. It was birthday money, gas money, lunch money, anything extra, and grocery money. So basically I ended up working 2 jobs. I was really chasing my tail, and I was scared. I was scared about my future, my kids' future. I didn't want to have to stress and worry about money. I know, 50-year-old women that are working 2 jobs because they didn't go to college, they had babies young, and it was just the choices that they made. And I knew I did not want to do that. I wanted to be home with my kids again. I wanted to go to Christmas programs and, be part of the Valentine party. And if my kids were homesick, I didn't want to ask my boss for a day off so I could be home with my sick child. I wanted to be home with them. I wanted to, see all the firsts. And so I wanted to get that back. I wanted to get that freedom back. I wanted to not worry about money. I really just wanted to be able to pay my bills and not worry. It wasn't even about going on extravagant vacations and a brand new car. It was just the basics. I wanted groceries and to pay my bills. And I knew I just didn't want to do what I was doing forever. So I decided to enroll in school. I didn't have time to go to class because I was working 2 jobs, so I did online classes. So now I'm working 2 jobs, online classes, and I'm a single mom. School I do not like. I didn't want to do it, but I felt like that was my only option because I didn't have that degree. So about this time I was introduced to Beachbody by one of my really good friends that knew I was into fitness, and I tried supplements and shakes, and so she introduced me to it, and I drank it. I loved it. I loved the taste, and it was cheaper than the product I was already buying, so I ended up comparing ingredients with Shakeology and what I was already drinking. And I realized that Shakeology was so much healthier. My kids could drink it. I love that it wasn't just for weight loss, because I really didn't need to lose weight, but I love that it had all my vitamins in it, and I really like that it helped a lot of people out there that have illnesses that they deal with every single day. Diabetes, cholesterol, lupus, and it was approved for chemotherapy patients, that right there spoke volumes to me. I was sold. So I decided to sign up basically as a discount coach. I didn't have any more time in my day to build the business or try to make any extra money, although in the back of my mind, I knew it could be my ticket out of my mess. I really did. I saw big things with it. I love to help people. I love fitness. I know how it makes me feel, and I was always interested in empowering other women. I know what it's like to be a mom and to be a wife and, to feel good about yourself, and I wanted to be able to help other women do that. So about 6 months, I was a discount coach until Beachbody offered one of their free trips. And in order to get that free trip, you had to kind of build your business, and it was to Walt Disney World. And I knew I wanted to take my kids, but I couldn't afford it. So I thought, what other way than to get it for free? So I contacted my upline coach and told her that I'm ready to build a business. I don't have a lot of time. I have about 30 minutes a day. Can I build a business in 30 minutes a day and really strive to reach this trip? And we set a game plan. I feel like I'm very coachable and teachable, and I did exactly what I was supposed to do. And I ended up getting that free trip. I was making money. I looked at my income, and I was about $500 shy from supplementing my full-time income at John Deere. I thought that was incredible. I ended up looking at how many hours I was spending, and it was about 9 to 12 hours a week. But the thing is, I was doing everything I was supposed to do consistently, and that is what matters. Over time, doing the consistent things that will grow your business, you will see results, and I did. So about 3 months later, I ended up quitting my full-time job at John Deere and basically took a leap of faith, and now I do Beachbody full-time, and this is what I do. My why has changed a little bit. I wanted to end up being a stay-at-home mom and pay off debt, not have to worry, and I can honestly say that a lot of those goals have been reached. So my why has changed from the beginning to now. I am a stay-at-home mom now. I do create my own schedule. I work around my family. I'm home when my kids are home. And I'm making more money now than I have ever made working 50 to 60 hours at John Deere. And we get paid weekly through Beachbody. And my checks at John Deere were about $600 a week, sometimes $700 a week. And I am bringing in about $900 to about $1,500 a week through Beachbody. And I'm working less hours. I'm home with my kids. I have paid off a truck payment. I've paid off 2 credit cards. We basically pay for cash for anything we want to do. We don't put a whole lot on any kind of credit. I'm able to save up my money for airfare for any trips we have. I pay all my kids' activities with Beachbody income, and it is just a wonderful feeling. And I know that I am complete control over my future and my income, and it's all with helping people live a healthier lifestyle through Beachbody products. And Beachbody is an amazing company. So that's kind of my story and where I'm at. My why now is to continue to pay off our debt, to basically give my husband the option in the future to continue to work as hard as he's working. I want to travel. I love to travel. I want to take my kids on mission trips. These are huge whys for me, and I just know that if you put the work in, you will reap the results. And I have proven that to myself the past 4 years, what Beachbody can do for you if you work the business. So that's my story, and thanks.